Hi there folks, it's Mandy from Kemp Freehold, and I'm going to show you what I do with my leftovers from my meal. I had made baked chicken this week, actually tonight. I go ahead and pick it once it's still warm because it's easier to pick when it's still warm. And so here's the pile of bones. Those are going to go in the crock pot to make stock. Now, I have all this lovely juice left over, and I have that lovely juice left over. And there's a lot in here also. I'm going to collect all that juice, and I'm going to make a gravy because I have all of this stuffing left over and corn left over. I'm going to show you how I'm going to make a casserole out of these leftovers, so hopefully you can look at your leftovers and maybe do something similar. Because this is without a recipe. We're flying without a net. All right, so let's go. This is what I like to call the chicken goo, the drippings from the chicken. I'm going to thicken it using xanthan gum. Now what you could do is make a roux first. By roux I don't mean my dog, but you make a roux by melting butter and oil, adding equal parts flour, letting that cook a little bit so that the flour taste cooks out. And then you can add your liquid and whisk it as you're adding it, and that will thicken it. I didn't feel like doing that, so I'm just using xanthan gum to thicken it. You could also use cornstarch. The thing about using cornstarch, you need to take the cornstarch and add a cold liquid to it. Now add hot, stir it up, and then add it to your liquid that needs to be thickened. Because that's the thing about cornstarch, it has to be liquefied first. So, we're getting steamed out. So anyway, I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. It is thickened. It's not terribly thick. The thing about xanthan gum is it will continue to thicken up, and I don't want to add too much. So that's what that looks like. Here is my pan. Yeah, it's still dirty. I don't see a point cleaning it if we're just going to put more chicken stuff in it. So judge me if you must. So the next thing I'm going to do is put the chicken. So I have a chicken. I'm not going to use all this. I'm just going to use a small portion. And then I'm going to also use this corn that was left over from dinner. So all that is going to go in here. So, and then I poured the gravy in there. Mix it up a little bit. Now I have this stuffing left over. I'm going to use it for a topping. I'm going to mix in at least 2 eggs, possibly 3, fresh from the chickens. And I'm going to pat it out onto here. Now, if you don't have stuffing left over, you could use pasta to go over the top to make a crust. Just mix it with cheese. Mashed potatoes make an excellent crust to go on the top. Or you could make biscuit mix to go on the top, or cornbread to go on the top if you don't have any leftover starches. So I'm going to do that next. Here is the completed product. And tomorrow I will pop this in for either lunch or dinner. I'm not entirely certain. And I have all of this chicken left that I will use for something else. Or you could pop this in the freezer and have a quick meal another night. I'm not going to do that because this is my only big pan like this and I don't want it in the freezer. But if you don't know what to do with your leftovers, here's a fun way to make a casserole, and it makes your leftovers into something different. If this is of interest to you, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!